This is CJ with Emmy-winning broadcaster Soledad O'Brien when she brought her PowHERful Summit to St. Paul's St. Catherine University. And here I am checking out how my photobombing of her group selfie looked. Now Soledad is showing off her sweet moves to Minnesota's mini ninja, Jennifer Tavernier, who is also one of the summit speakers. The mission of the summit, sponsored by Soledad's Starfish Foundation, which she runs with her husband Brad Raymond, is to introduce these 1,500 young women from the Twin Cities to mentors who can help the students get to and through college. The girls heard from speakers who exercise their minds and their limbs. When I sat down with Soledad, I first wanted to know if she'd ever worked in an environment like the one that Gretchen Carlson described.
What's interesting, the industry per se, is TV news certainly, is just full of many icky people. But I've never had a sexual harassment case or even an experience that I would say I was thinking about bringing as a case. I definitely had experiences where bosses were just, or people I worked with were just gross in the way they treated women generally. I mean, I had a guy I worked with who used to tell me how he hired people, and he'd show me that he turned the sound down, and if he thought they were hot, you know, like that's how he made his hiring decisions. I mean, that's not sexual harassment, but it's like, God, I was 21 at the time. Like, God, this is so you hire the hot chicks that, I mean, but beyond that, I really never had any sexual harassment experiences.
How many of your kids are we going to see having TV jobs in 10 years?
Gosh, I don't think a single one.
Really?
The better question is how many of my nieces will you see and nephews will you see? That's the key question. Because they don't really live it, right? They just see like, oh, Auntie has a cool job. My children have zero interest. Now, they're young, and so I don't even know that they have interest in careers unless, like, going to the mall is a career in some capacity. Is that a job?
I'm going to make a job out of this.
A job out of going to the mall. You know, so I think my nieces who are now in their early 20s have really started reaching out, and two of them work in journalism, and I've had, you know, just a lot of sort of these angst-filled conversations about the business, which has been great for me. My kids, I think, are still too little.
I know that learning sign language was not optional for you after you found out you had a child who had a hearing problem. But did you learn it with ease?
No, it's so hard. I'm terrible at sign language. And actually, you know, it's interesting. It turns out Jackson's a very good lip reader. And so it made my ability to have to learn sign language. I was never a good student. He's great at sign language. He doesn't use it a lot because he's a good lip reader, and he has a lot of language because he lost his hearing so late in life. He was 7 before he lost his hearing. So, so I've actually found that we try to get him to read lips more, and because there's not that many people who know sign language. But I'm just so slow. J-A-C-K. I mean, I'm just slow, and I've never gotten faster.
Do you believe the very quotable Donald Trump or most of his accusers?
Well, you know, I think the thing that is challenging for Donald Trump is that what he has said is clearly what people are claiming. I mean, so it's, and it's not the reverse. I mean, he said it first. He had a clearly on tape laying out his strategy with women. So I'm not sure I need to argue with his own words around his own strategy that he was filling somebody in on.
You met Lin-Manuel?
I know Lin-Manuel very well.
Did you know him before?
Did I not show you the picture of me and Lin-Manuel having dinner?
Oh, get out!
It's on my Twitter feed.
Oh, no, I missed that.
Actually, they had asked me if I would interview him. His dad is on the board of John Jay College, and they did an event that raises money for scholarships for the college. And so my job was to interview Lin-Manuel, which, by the way, I was like, I can't possibly do it without really seeing the show.
Oh, so that's how you got to see the show.
So I'd be lost. Couldn't do it. Not possible. Yeah, so they were really nice, and I got to take my daughter Cecilia, who had memorized the album. So my husband and I were going to go, and meanwhile Cecilia's, you know, has the whole entire album. She's 14, has the whole entire album memorized. And I said to Brad, she wants it more than you. Cecilia really wants it. You are like happy to go. She wants it.
Yeah.
So I took Cecilia as my date, and we got to meet everybody backstage. But he's great. I mean, he's just great in terms of, it's fun to watch really talented people who love to share their gifts and have a lot of joy about it. You know, so he's so clever. but it's fun to watch him be clever and enjoying, even when he's on shows, like he was on Amy Schumer's show. I mean, he's just hilarious. And so I think that's really what I like about him the most. We're not besties. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be my bestie. But I just enjoy his enthusiasm for life and enthusiasm for being creative. And then I love that he wants to bring students along with that. He just...
It's great.
And people wanted the house and one in the car.
Right, right. In the car is the best, where you're singing along.
Yeah.
Alexander Hamilton, Hamilton, just you wait. And people next to you in the cars are like, what the hell is that?